Hey gang, I'm going to go over the tricep smasher floss using either a barbell or a PVC roller. They're both pretty much the same thing, but it's just what you have on tap. So what it's basically going to look like for the barbell, you can do this standing. I just have it here for an easy setup. You're going to start from elbow to armpit or armpit to elbow, sweeping through and just smashing with the elbow. I like to have the elbow locked and just walking around. And the smasher floss is just moving that hand, internally, externally rotating the elbow, and just trying to find that whole big broad, like that big broad surface of that tricep. Just smashing it all the way through and just sweeping across. 2 minutes smashing, 2 minutes flossing. You can also use the sleeve of the barbell. It's a little bit less spicy, but it does the basic. It still does a good job of getting some of those big broad knots out. And for a roller, it's gonna look basically the same. You can just drape your body across it, lay down belly first, and then same big bicep curls for the girls as the sweep, smash and floss. And this is even broader, so you see this starts pretty spicy, goes to not so spicy, and then this isn't too bad, but it's also an easier option since you might not have a barbell nearby. So the basic anatomy again of the tricep is it's this whole big back side of the arm. Think of it as the quads of your thighs, or the quads of your upper arm, your upper limb. So you really want to make sure you give it a lot of love. Every time you extend that elbow, you use those triceps a lot. So push-ups, overhead press, any jerks, supports that load. Big mover, and it's, you roll your quads out a whole lot. How often do you really roll out your triceps? So this is a great way to do so. To just give a little bit of love. It might, especially if you've got elbow pain, it's a good start, but especially once you start getting pain in that elbow, it's hard to immediately get it out. It's usually built up. There's a lot of tendons that run around, and so you might need to give it a little bit more targeted love. But really, we're just attacking the tricep. It's called tricep because it's got 3 heads in there, and so there are all sorts of different facets of it. And it starts like at the base of the bicep, basically all the way across the other side of the bicep. So it's a big, meaty surface. So we want to make sure we give it a lot of love. In the same way we give our quads, when you start the front side, you go inside, and you also go laterally. There's a whole lot of surface area to it, and there's almost more inside there. So basic points of performance. Just going to use the barbell just for now, is the smash. You want to just rock left and right, just smash around. Don't move that elbow around too much. You just want to find those knots, sort of get a lay of the land, figure out where things are, and you don't have to look too hard, especially if you're pretty good about moving your body around to expose different parts of that tricep to the barbell. And I recommend sweeping from elbow to armpit or armpit to elbow. Pick a direction that works for you. Usually the elbow is pretty spicy, so maybe armpit to elbow will make it so that you start not too spicy, and then once you get over to the elbow, things get pretty gross. So you build up the spice. And then for the floss, you just extend that elbow, palm up, palm down, rotate around, change the angle. I lean around, just do a dance with that barbell. Sort of expose everything you can, smash and floss. The big floss is where the big mover, the big gross fascia can get out of there, those big stuck together tissues, especially on this lateral side of the elbow. That's a big spot for some grossness. I would recommend doing this anytime you feel, this will help when you go overhead. This will help when you push. It's such a fundamental part of that upper limb push that I highly recommend this almost all the time. Especially CrossFitters, you can't get too much tricep smashing and flossing. So do so. Again, quick review. Smash elbow to armpit, armpit to elbow. Smash around, floss a little bit, not too much quite yet, and then 2 minutes of just pure flossing in that same directional sweep after you find those big knots. And just extend, palm up, palm down, just keep it going, keep it moving, and change, be a little creative, change where you are a little bit, and enjoy.